Hey everyone, it's me. I want to say I'm sorry for the pause when it came to the sound in my last video. I was in my husband's truck and I think I was getting text messages in and that caused my voice to be silent for like 30 seconds or something, and I apologize for that. But if you keep watching the video, you'll hear the gist of the conversation of what I was discussing or talking about. And I want to talk about this one is Last Drop of Blood, or My Last Red Scent, etc. And something that my husband and I talked about the other day. Now, just a bit of background. My estrangement's been going on for 13 years. And in that meantime, both of my daughters, moved on with their lives. Youngest got married and has 4 children, and I don't know them and they don't know me. And the oldest one is out and about. She came back for a short period of time and then she left again. So that was a number of years ago. And so the estrangement's been going on for over a decade. And in the meantime, now it's been 3 years. I met my now husband and we got married in that time, and I have a whole new life. So my estrangement is old hat. It is the way it is. This is my life. I make the very best of it by choosing people who choose me. That's it. So we were watching this show called The Locator the other day, which I absolutely love, which I watched years ago when my daughters were home. And it came about that one of these moms that is looking for her daughter, and the daughter was looking for her mom. The mom has cancer and has gone through chemo and radiation and all of this, and she has the gene that is passed on to her daughter. So she thought it was very important. She got a hold of her and let her know, and that they reconnect, etc. And so they did reconnect, and we, it's many years ago, so I don't know the gist of what has happened since. But I thought about this, and this is not even something our estranged children think about when they choose to estrange. But I want to talk about the medical ramifications of estrangement. And not only does an adult child disconnect from the family of sometimes family of origin, sometimes it's an adoptive family or another family member, but they are cutting off access to medical history within the family. Suppose they estrange and you find out your grandmother has cancer, breast cancer, ovarian cancer, etc., or whatever, and your estranged child is nowhere to be found or doesn't want contact. That that is information that is important to pass on, because that's one thing your doctor asks with medical history. It's, is this in your family, etc. But most important, the one thing we don't think about very often is, let's say I got sick or I was in an accident and I needed blood or I needed a donor or I needed a match for anything when it comes to medical. And the first people you go to are your siblings and parents, etc. But what will happen when our estranged children, what if one of them faces a medical diagnosis and they need a transplant from their closest match, and their closest match happens to be their estranged parent? I wonder, in that given situation, after someone has chosen to estrange and has treated their parent unkindly and has said some very cruel things, or has never let them meet their grandchildren, etc., and that the only hope for survival is to reach out to the estranged parent to say, hey, I need you to find out if you're a match for me so I can continue to live and continue to be a parent and you know, live a longer life. Will it take that for an estranged child to finally choose to reach out to their estranged parent for help? And not only that, as an estranged parent, what would you do if your estranged child reached out or someone else reached out and said, your daughter needs a kidney. She needs a pint of blood. She's going to have surgery. They're looking for matches so that she can survive. What are we going to say? And what would be the expectation? Because if If you're there and you've closed the door and that's it. The issue at hand is someone knocks on your door and you say, "No, I'm not going to be a donor. It's because this person disconnected and didn't want a relationship with me." Then we as parents end up looking like jerks, because how could a loving parent ever deny their child an opportunity to live a fulfilling and full life and possibly save the life of their child? It's you get to a point where when you're raising them and you would sacrifice your life for them, you would run back into a burning building, or you shield them with your body if there was gunfire. That's what a loving parent is expected to do. But when it comes to estrangement, what do you do if someone is estranged and they need your help to continue living? That's something that not a lot of people think about when they disconnect from a parent. It's one of those things that doesn't really come up unless maybe until it's a little too late and you're sitting in the doctor's office and the doctor says you have to call your parent, and what does that estranged child do? So that's something to think about. Family history. What if you need a parent for a pint of blood, kidney, it's any kind of a transplant, something to continue living? You might cut yourself off from them, but when it comes down to it, biology, DNA, blood, we are all interconnected and we will all eventually need one another in one way, shape, or form. So I just wanted to throw that out there. We should never feel guilted or indebted to anyone, even if we brought them into this world. If they choose to disconnect, that's going to be on them someday. So just wanted to throw that out there. Deep thoughts, and I hope this helps someone to really think about it, because it might happen someday and you'll have to face that when it hits you. So I will be back and I'll talk with you soon. Bye bye.